What is going on, Taurus? This is Jen catching you on DTWJLife. I hope you're all having a great day, and welcome to Pisces season. I had just lit spring mist incense, a cone incense, made by Ganesh. Very good stuff. I've been using Ganesh incense for like 25 years, maybe even more than that. That stuff is absolutely amazing. And I had to light the spring mist only because I need spring to arrive already. It's spring everywhere else except here in Jersey. Anywho. Yeah. Fun, isn't it? I'm telling you. Let me know where you're from and the kind of weather you're having. Because, yeah, it's been absolutely crazy here. I'm telling you. Some of you are dealing with endings. Pisces season, I still have to draw that up. I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm so silly. I'm just getting started today. If I could just find it, that would be really amazing. I love that I said endings, because it is here. Yeah. Pisces season, Pisces falls in the 12th house. It's about endings. Okay, healing, closure, spirituality. So for some of you, a significant relationship that you have or had in your life is ending or had ended recently. Or you might be still kind of mulling over a relationship that had ended between you and somebody that you thought was spiritually connected to you in a very strong way. And either you or this other person ended it. Right here we have furnace upright. At the bottom of the deck there's a change in passionate direction here. This card is calling you to look into the depths of what you are passionate about, what it is that you do, whether it's a hobby or business that sets you on fire. I put it that way. It's like that song from Typo Negative that says, "She sets me on fire, sets me on fire, sets me on fire, fire." I love that song. Yeah, rest in peace and fly with freedom, Pete Steele. But anyway, yeah, definitely this is coming up at the bottom of the deck. This is definitely about you changing where your passion is instead of putting it into relationships that are ending or have ended. Put it somewhere else, because you were looking to move on anyway. It's not something that's a surprise. Hold on. Yeah, it's not something that's a surprise. It's actually something that you subconsciously or consciously had worked to harvest. You are working in harmony with your energy as an earth sign here. This is guided by spirit. You're going to be coming together with a type of discipline that you've long been missing. You know, something that this partner you felt had not given to you, whether that, was the case or was not the case. What you felt was that you weren't getting what you've been desiring from this other person. So I'm pulling cards now, one for endings. Okay. One for healing. Oh, here we are. Yep. Closure. And spirituality. Okay, you have one water card, 2 air, and 1 earth. And this is a general reading. Do keep that in mind. If you need a personal reading, they're discounted up until June. But Here in endings, you have Sun of Water upright, which denotes emotional maturity. Whatever had ended on a mature level emotionally. You and this person both kind of knew where things were going. This could be a romantic partner, business, otherwise, friendship, family. Okay. Whatever ended here, it's like the both of you had expected it to end. You saw that it was a dead end kind of deal. You've worked out everything that you possibly could have, the both of you, or all of you within this type of relationship. And it's like you knew what you knew what was meant for you. Like the relationship that you were involved in, the type of relationship it was to you, was not in vain. It definitely wasn't. This person had served the purpose in your life and you theirs. And the relationship, I imagine, was very deep. Some of you were actually in love with the love of your life. Some of you. Healing. You or this other person or the both of you have subconscious issues that you definitely need to look into healing, which is probably why this ending had occurred. The subconscious rests in the body, but it also rests in the consciousness while sleeping. Most of the time when you're not astrally traveling, you're working things out that come to the forefront that are buried in your subconscious that, when in consciousness, you don't choose to deal with it. But you're going to be having dreams that are going to show you these things that you need to be dealing with, whatever those may be. There's not going to be any sudden changes. That's to be expected with your energy, Taurus, because you move very slowly. You're like Taurus the tortoise in that way, but you do win the race. All right, I'll give you that. Whatever you were working out in your subconscious is not going to happen overnight. It's like some say, or most say, Rome wasn't built in a day. So be gentle, patient, and kind with yourself while dealing with your healing process here. But understand and know that this does take place in your subconscious, your body, the lower consciousness, first from the first chakra to to the fourth. Most people say that the first chakra starts at the base of the spine, but that's not true. It starts lower than that. I think they say that to keep it clean, but whatever. There's nothing dirty about facts of life. It just is what it is. Excuse me. Enclosure. You have Mother of Earth inverted, which denotes that you are unattached or detaching strings that you have had with this other person or these other people that you felt so spiritually bonded to, or bonded to on a very deep level. You're untying those strings, and not only are you letting that person go because they need to continue to live out their life the way that they need to continue to live out their life, but so must you. And you see this. You see that some of you see that this is karmic. Yes, karmic relationships, karmic connections with others, they could be deep and very strong as well. So, it's not to say that this had been lived out for no reason, just like I said with endings. The beginning of it, the duration of it, and the ending of it did not happen for no reason. It was not done in vain. So keep that in mind. Again, in case you're feeling bitter. Or in case this other person is feeling bitter. This did happen for a reason. It's just that it needed to end for the reasons that you both saw that it needed to end. If it came to a point where you're arguing every day, if it comes to a point where one or the both of you are ignoring one another, if it comes to the point where finances are off, to the point where it's unrecoverable, and you've chosen not to work on that anymore. That would that's been closed on. Closure. All the issues that you've had in this relationship or relationship type were just things. I'm not going to say just, because I hate minimizing things, but they were things with you and this other person or these other people that were loose ends, I would call them. These were loose ends that needed to be tied. And it got to the point where one or the both of you were fit to be tied. And because you were not fit, so to speak, to endure that for much longer, you'd undone the rope. It was already tethered, it was already falling apart, it was already withering. You just undid the last string of it and let it go completely here. Spirituality, your world is going to be a bit chaotic for a while. And I believe that this is in tandem with your healing your subconscious, healing things, not just on a subconscious level, but understanding why things ended the way that they did, why they began the way that they did, and why they endured for as long as they had. It just looks like there was a lot of drama here. Yeah, it's like you and this other person or these other people were fighting daily, or just about every single time that you had an opportunity to talk. It was always drama, it was always fighting, it was constant bickering, there were no compromises being made. If there were compromises being made, one or the two of you would switch it up instead of being consistent. And this is affecting your spirit, it's affecting your energetic field. Right now Mercury is retrograding. I see that inverted here, as well as Neptune inverted. It is Pisces season. Neptune rules Pisces. So what I'm seeing here is that, like, on some level, your dreams have been crushed. It's like you were looking for this amazing thing to happen for the rest of your life. Like everything had fallen into the right place. And this was something that was meant to happen. And it was. That's not to be discounted. It was. It's just that there were things that got in the way, like inconsistencies, that made the relationship difficult. Excuse me. Okay. Definitely have to get the clarifiers out for each section here. So in endings, clarifying Son of Water upright, emotional maturity, we've already explained that whole thing. On a regular basis, there were negotiations happening here. You would negotiate with this person would negotiate with you, but so constantly, and just about every moment of every day to that point, nothing changed because everything was constantly changing, if that makes sense. In healing, Father of Air inverted, you're going back to your childhood. You're going back to your inner child. You're going back to your inner child right now. That's what's happening. So that you can start to heal your subconscious. Be that just your body or the lower chakras. That's the root chakra all the way up to solar plexus. You know what those are, right? I hope so. Okay. Yeah, this is what you're looking at right now. You need to do some chakra work. You have to open up those chakras and start to heal them one by one, so that you can begin all over again. Hold on. Closure. Mother of Earth inverted. The way that you had untied the last string of the rope, because the thing was done anyway, the way you did it, yikes. A lot of arguing, a lot of harsh speech. Okay, instead of discussing it calmly because you've discussed things calmly already, or things were always chaotic in the relationship, this is how you decided to end it. You're just like, well, if it's going to be like this, then it's going to be like this. If I have to mouth off, then I have to mouth off. I don't want to. I hate doing it because it hurts me as much as it hurts this person to do it. But if that's what it takes to untie that last string of the rope that I feel bound by, then that's what I'll do. That was the wrong way to go about it, though. Because over in spirituality, it's like I said, you have wind inverted. Drama. Nothing but drama. Chaos. Everybody biting one another's heads off. That is going to change in a physical way, in a pragmatic way. Once you begin to heal your subconscious, once you begin to heal your inner child, it feels like this person had brought so much out in your inner child that you were not ready to deal with, but you had to deal with it anyway. That's the thing about karmic relationships. They will bring out the things in you that you had not yet dealt with. And even if the entire relationship was not karmic, some parts of it could be karmic in that way. They'll bring up things, the other person will bring up things that you've not yet dealt with that you need to deal with. And this is what you're working on right now. It's not just your communication, but the way that you treat yourself and the way that you treat others. That has to be worked on. But Taurus, I enjoyed doing this reading. I'm going over time on it. Thank you so much for joining and watching me. Leave your suggestions on what else you would like to see from me in the comments. Okay? And be sure to hit the subscribe button and notification bell. This way you can see everything that you've been requesting. Thank you so much for joining me. Much love and blessed be.